G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So, we're just going to have a quick sit down and chat in this one. It's not going to be real long, so sorry it's not a travel video.
Sorry.
We're currently sitting on a farm stay, which Em got to pat something really cool.
Yeah, something a little bit different that I don't really think I've had the chance to pat before.
Yeah, and God knows when she will again, but you won't see that till next week.
Yeah,
because that's in the next week's travel video. But we really pretty well just had a shit week. Basically, it was a lot of stuff went wrong, so we're just going to go into what went wrong and why we're not putting out a travel video this week.
Yes.
But it basically all started with the car. So we're driving along. As everyone knows, well, everyone that follows us knows, the car's got two alternators. One for the car itself and one to run the two DC-DCs. That way, if anything goes wrong, the other's still working. And that is what went wrong. The second alternator shit itself.
Yes.
So basically, I had to get a bit of wiring and run the car alternator off. Run the car DC-DC off the alternator and just do away with the van one, which we never really use anyway.
No, so I mean, it wasn't the end of the world, but...
Yeah, so it's not... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But as for warranty-wise, it's still under warranty, but the supplier, his answer was basically send the alternator back, then they'll send it for diagnostics and, like, proof, and then we'll worry about a return policy or refund or however it's going to work.
Yeah, they would work out what they could do for us then, depending on what their supplier said.
Problem with that, which I told him, being this is our daily vehicle, what are we supposed to do when it's not drivable? We can't drive the bloody thing, so we can't go anywhere, do anything for up to a couple of weeks. This could take. And problem two being that it's an intermittent thing. Like it'll charge today, and then tomorrow, next day, it won't charge, and it'll charge for a while again.
Yeah.
It's intermittent, so if they get it and it works, he's just going to throw his hands in the air anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to do away with the second alternator, go back to one alternator, and just never use the DC-DC in the van again, which we never did anyway, so that's sort of...
it's
that'll go in the bin.
It was just a crappy situation, like to have something that's only 6 months old and it is broken.
So yeah,
already.
that too was only six months old.
So that was crappy. So that was number one.
Number two was we got up, and this is the main reason there's no video yet, is the GoPro shit itself again.
Yes.
Now we run the Hero 8 Black.
Uh-huh.
And this is our fourth GoPro.
I think this is the fourth one that's broken.
Since we started YouTube. We seem to only get a year or two out of them, and then they just don't turn on. It's the same thing that's happened on every single one of them.
Yeah.
They just literally won't power up at all.
Brand new batteries, and even with GoPro's troubleshooting, like plugging them directly into power to like bypass the batteries, they're just completely dead.
So GoPro have been really good every time and just sent us a new one. The only problem with that being is same thing. We have to send them the GoPro, then they prove that it doesn't work, and then they send us a new one. So
it takes a couple of weeks.
We have ordered a interim camera. It is just a cheaper one. So we're not sure what film quality is going to be like.
Yeah.
But we'll get that happening as soon as it gets here.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack anyway.
Because I estimate it's going to be a month or so before we get our new GoPro.
Our GoPro one. It's about 2 weeks for them to get it and process it, and then it's about a week, 2 weeks to get the new one back out to us.
But we will be going to the 9 because we said, look, we're done with the 8. So this is the fourth 8 in 4 years. Enough's enough. So they're reimbursing us with a 9.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Downside to that is our waterproof case, our media mod, all that sort of stuff is not going to fit it. All of our batteries, nothing will work. So all that goes in the bin. We'll have to start from scratch.
That sucks, but
so yeah, that's a big sucky thing.
So number three.
Number 3, Em's in the shower. 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, whatever it was.
It was like 9 o'clock.
8 degrees outside, nice hot shower. Hot water system stops working. Now, we put out a video, a few weeks ago.
Not actually that long ago.
About how good this hot water system's been, other than that air pressure switch, which I went into detail in that anyway. That video's now been removed, and I'll be putting out a new one, because basically what's happened this time is the actual fan unit itself has shit itself. Now, the first thing people are going to do is just put a new fan in it. I can't find the fan anywhere online. It's not like a computer fan. It's not anything in that. It's basically... If you watch the video when we do it, you'll see what I mean. But it's basically a drum fan that sucks through the heater and then out the exhaust. And it's in a cast aluminium
housing
that basically looks like a snail, like a turbo.
Yeah.
It basically looks like that. And when you start pulling it apart, or they pull the unit out, pull it apart, and you can't even fit a different motor. The motor and the fan housing itself, it all sort of goes together as one unit. It's an assembled unit and irreplaceable. That all got pulled apart after we dealt with Kamek. Now it's 3 weeks out of warranty, so they went.
Too bad, so sad.
Too bad, so sad. It's 3 weeks out of warranty. And when we did the air pressure switch repair in April ourselves, they basically said, well, you repaired it without a diagnosis from us, so get stuffed.
But the stupid part with that is the diagnostics is in the user manual.
In the user manual itself.
So you're using Kamek's manual to diagnose what's wrong with it, so there's no point doing that back and forth emailing.
And we basically said to them that the reason we did it ourselves is we live in it full time. By the time you sort of deal with the week or 2 weeks of to and fro emailing and all that sort of stuff, we just bought a new one and fixed it ourselves and got it fixed.
Yeah.
Now with this one, they wanted us to pull the unit out or take the van to a repair agent. Now, there's no repair agent for God knows how far.
Yeah.
And I'm a mechanic. I know I know how to diagnose all this stuff. It's, test power at the fan, that's what anyone would do. There was power going to the fan, but nothing at the fan. So I put power straight to the fan and completely dead diagnosed. Like, I'm not going to drive 1,000 kilometers for someone to diagnose that for me.
And they implied that all of this was to be done out of our own pocket. So we had to pay for all the diagnostics.
Because it's 3 weeks out of warranty.
Yeah, we had to pay for all the diagnostics at a approved repair agent ourselves.
Yeah.
To still potentially at the end of the day have them turn around and say, sorry, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
So
there'll be a new video coming out on that, and it'll be a good one.
We weighed up our options and we figured it really just wasn't worth the stress, the headache, whatever. It was just as simple as just get a new hot water system and do one cracker of a video about
basically
hot water system.
2 failures in 12 months that
it's pretty unacceptable.
Are a like machine stopping failure. Like, they're not like it doesn't get hot enough or anything like that. Like, it just does not work. It's a full failure. So that's rubbish.
It's the parts of the unit. So it is a manufacturer issue.
Yeah.
Like,
and they like it's just unacceptable. So we've gone and ordered a
oh god,
Fugatti.
Fugatti.
It's still an instant hot water tankless. It's basically just the same thing, built a lot differently. They are you can winterize them, so below zero they cut in so they can't freeze, all that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to go into detail because it could be rubbish.
It could be crap. So we'll give it a crack for a bit and see.
We were just going to go back to a tanked Suburban hot water system, but problem with that being it won't fit in the box where we've got the instant hot water because it's so much deeper.
Yeah.
And after having instant hot water, I don't think I can go back to a tank.
No, it is so great, isn't it? Like,
just the fact that it's endless. Like, you can have a half-hour shower if you want.
Literally.
Literally
endless.
And you don't have to worry about turning the system on and forgetting to turn it off, and it uses a fraction of gas. The list goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was basically just a week of headaches, emailing back and forward, and just shit going wrong.
One thing after another, and like, we're not even exaggerating, that literally all happened within a week.
Yeah,
like,
it was a complete nightmare.
But like I said to Ray last night, we've knocked out our 3 crappy things now.
Hopefully.
Here's hoping that that's it. at least for a couple more weeks, and then we'll go again.
But that's the good part about that is that's where it ends.
Yeah. So we'll end
now. We'll end it on the high side.
On a good note that happened this week.
So we have ordered and received we've ordered all of it, but we received some of the first rollouts of our merch.
Yeah.
Now, because we don't have a residence or we don't have anything like that, all of our merch will be a pre-order system, like a 30-day pre-order, and then we'll get it ordered and sent out. Because we just don't have the room to be ordering 30 of everything and then carrying it on us and then
storing
left with sizes
stuff
that no one buys, and the list goes on as well. So we've received our shirts, our first run of just JEEPIN Oz shirts, which is awesome.
So exciting.
We've ordered our hats.
Yep.
Our caps, sorry.
Caps.
They should be here literally in the next week or 2. We've ordered the first of the bucket hat.
Yes.
That should be here in the next week or so. Our stickers, everyone knows about our stickers, but we are going to get a white on black version of that sticker as well. So we'll have them as well.
The 2 options.
And we've ordered the new stickers for our car. So the JEEPIN on the doors will be gone, and we've got the new version of the new logo.
You guys have been seeing.
So that'll be going on our doors. But as soon as the hats rock up, and
once we've got everything,
we've got all the shirts, we've got everything, and we'll update the Facebook and Instagram and that.
So we'll do a pin post at the top of those. At the top of the page, you guys will see what's available and when we're doing pre-orders and stuff.
Now with the shirts, this is just the first rollout. These will be our just generic JEEPIN shirts, which are the JEEPIN on the front and JEEPIN on the back.
Yeah.
On there, I'll list what colours they come in and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll do rollouts every couple of months of different styles and different prints and that sort of stuff. So we'll just see how it all sells and how successful it is. We're not doing it to make money by any means. Trust me, there's the prices we're going to be selling them for, there is no money in it.
Yeah.
But it's just to sort of, people can help support us and get our name out there, then that's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's something fun to do. Like, I mean, they look great and it's kind of cool to be like, thought of, instead of Ray wearing this beautiful eagle shirt he's wearing today,
our own shirt,
we can wear our own shirts that we design.
Just to have that feeling that people want to be able to walk around in our shirts or our hats. Like, it's pretty cool to think people want to wear that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited as the hats look wicked.
The mock-up of the hats look amazing. We can't actually
because obviously I'm a cap or a Kuba person. I don't really wear bucket hats, but I suppose from a bucket hat standpoint, they look pretty cool too.
They look good. Well, I think they look good.
Then they're embroidered. They're not just screen printed. They're embroidered hats.
Yeah. So full embroidery, not crappy. So.
But yeah, so I think that's about where we're at.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill anything about the video that's currently going on in the background. But yeah, so I think we'll end it there. Bit of a highs, bit of lows.
Yeah, we'll dump yours with the crappy stuff and we'll finish with the good stuff.
Yeah, and I can't wait to the new review on that hot water system because that'll be gold.
Yeah.
But so don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you tune in next week to see where we're at in the travelling side of things, not the whinging side of things.
Yeah.
So I'll see you next week.